Hey guys, Susanna here. Well, I am back to continue on the page of Crazy Patchwork. So, as you can see from last week, I've stitched it down. I've actually written down the word Crazy Patchwork, and now I am ready to do the fun part of embellishing. I haven't stitched around the outside. I will probably do that when I stitch it into the book. So, I've got bits and pieces out, lace, rickrack, stuff I've got from my stash of goodies, like as in ribbons and stuff. So what I want to do, I think I had one of these which I was planning on putting down, but we'll see how we go. And then I'm going to be referring to this Jennifer Colston book to do some stitches and a few bits and pieces. So here's some of the stuff that she does with, which looks like Crazy Patchwork. So I want to pick out some bits and pieces. I love the teddy. I think it's so cute. Okay. I do like some of the leaves and everything that she's done. Stitching basics, that's a ribbon. I might do some ribbon embroidery samples. Yeah, this embroidery twigs. Love that. Okay. Ribbon stitch. Oh, okay. They got little ribbons. Well, that's cute. So it's made with ribbon. Okay. Embroidery stitches for twigs. Ah, so she's just done a, looks like a stem stitch and then done little twigs. Love these. So nice. Oh, here you go. Here's a better one. So I'll probably get some of these bits and pieces and do some of the embroidery. Nice. Okay. Oh, here we go. Well, that's nice too. I don't mind that. So I might refer to some of these bits and pieces. Oh, that's beautiful. Lazy Daisy. That's going to be used a fair bit. Isn't that gorgeous? Embroidered stitches for stems. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I think I might do some sort of embroidery here. I think Corinne did something. That's why I thought I wanted something to do the Crazy Patchwork, because it's a bit different in my book and I've got to stitch that down. There's a couple of pieces I stitched that down and I stitched that down. All the rest have been stitched down. I've gotten some of this, which I think may look rather yummy on there. I wonder if I can put it underneath or just cut it so it just sits there. That colour looks really good with that, or if I can do it along here. But it is very big. I got some of this. Actually might get to do some stitching today. That's nice. Definitely needs something on there, but I think I like this colour better. I wonder if that could work there. I've got some lace bits, really old lacy bits. Looks like it's from an old doily. Gee, that's old. It might go into my treasured pieces. I need smaller bits. Yep. Into a small piece. There we go. This is a tiny little piece I got from France. I might just stick that there so you can still see it underneath. It's almost perfect for that spot. Okay. like I said, this is the fun part, putting all the pretties in. And yeah, it is almost perfect for that spot. It'll hang over the edge there, but I like this. Whether we cut that off or we stitch that down, we'll just see. So that's that piece. Now I did want to put something over the top of there. So I've got little medallions, little round pieces, which I quite like. Bit big, small pieces. These are the ones I think. And it seems to be like there's not a great deal of white that I've got here. Do you like that? That's really pretty. Even got some of this, that size. So we'll just grab out some bits and pieces that I think may work. Even got a couple of half corner pieces. Okay, and then we've got teeny tiny little yo-yos. So we're just gonna make things work. Just a grabbing piece. I don't know. I think that's pretty, but I'm just not sure whether it's going to work. It is nice though. It may work. I just wanted something to cover that piece there. So look, tiny little yo-yos from my little stash. Not gonna work. Not a great deal in the colours that I would like. Okay, got some in the bigger ones. Maybe the blue, yeah, that might work better. That one and that one, bit of yellow. Okay, so we can get this, some stitchy parts. I think no, where's that little piece there? That's rather cute. Or that's going to have, what I might do is do a yo-yo and do it in that colour, and then maybe do a stem there. I think that's cute. Or do I think that's better? I'm not 100% convinced on the yellow, but I do like it in there because it's got that bit of red. Yep. Process of elimination. That green. No, definitely going to be that one. Okay, so that's going here. Maybe put the yellow on top near the blue. And then I'm going to do a stem and some flowers there. So we'll just pin that baby down. And I'll probably put a button in the middle of it as well. So we've got a couple of bits and pieces. I really do like this. I think that looks rather nice, that colour. And going on a bit of an angle that way. There we go. And then I'm going to do some embroidery from the book in there. And I'm just wondering whether I finish that off with that, so that'll cover that part. Kind of like that you can sort of see the edgy bits. I really do like that one, but I think maybe something like that might work better, but it's too much lace next to too much lace, so no, that's going to go back. Okay, it's a very old grungy one. Now that'll work. There we go, like that. Or do we have that? No. I'll do like that, because it breaks off those 4 bits. I'm going to put this there. I do have another little piece, but I think that one is what's going down there, and it actually blocks off quite a few corners actually. So that's going to go down there. Doing the embellishing before I even get to do. I'm just wondering. I think that's it. That's better. Yep. I think that works. You can see it better. Okay. Now, so now I've got to do some stitching, and I was wanting a bit of lace, but I've got that piece. And I'm still umming and ahhing whether I utilise this piece or not. Whether I do that one, or I've got another one which is in these pinks, sort of like a pinky purple. Yep. Yes, look from your end. Is that better? Well, I've got this. Bit too generic, I think, that one. So I'll have a look from that end, whether I add in another colour which brings out that. I don't think that's too bad. Quite like that. And then, or this one. I just think it's, see, that's Pt2, but I do think the green's better, even though it's, you know, like there's no, like it's green and pink, but I think having the contrasting colour will work better. Okay, now I wonder if I can do that there. That might work. That may come into play. Whereas this one, I think we are done with that. Just having that one piece, and then putting the pin in there so it ain't going anywhere. Oop. Okay, now we need to get some stuff down. Okay, I think some of these are probably too big, but they might look nice on another side. Okay, here we go. we go. Actually, put in the actual flowers themselves something as well. That way that's going to hold that down. There we go. Okay. Well, the reason why I'm putting these down is just so we know where I need to stitch from. Probably put it down like that. Then I can stitch down there. Okay, a little bit here and there on this guy. Okay, that's going to go along the edges. I like that. Okay. Sorry, a bit quiet when I'm busy doing placement. This will be nice and easy. I do like this colour. It matches this really well, and it looks really good with the this green too. So I mean, these are, I've still got to stitch them, hold them down and stitch them, but at least this is placement for, that's all the gluing I'll do. That I'll just stitch down. Now I did bring in this. It will be helpful to help stitch stuff down, and then I am going to have a look at doing some other stuff. So it is very quickly get a mess, I can tell you. Okay, we'll use that one for that. The cream for the, I do have another cream here somewhere which I have been using, which is the perfect colour. I'm going to have to get some more. Oop. I'll have to have a look. I'll bring me my little stash out. Now, will that work with that? Yep. So that's going to be for that. That'll be for that. I think I'm going to use actual embroidery thread for that one, and then cream. Actually, this thread, which I usually use, yeah, that was perfect for that. Okay, and then maybe that one for there. Okay, we're in business. So you actually get to see me after how many days of stitching. So I'll quickly do that one. Okay, I will pin this down. And then maybe even pin that down. Oh, you could probably see that coming. And oh, that hurt. Okay. Yeah, tiny little knot on there. So what we're going to do is proceed to just stitch this down around the edges, and then I'm going to find myself a design which I might do in the next week's one. rather than jumping the gun. Oh gee, that hurt. In doing, you know, something else. I might have a look and maybe come up with a design. I think that'd be nice. Okay. Oop. I really have liked seeing Corinne's work that she did on this. That's what inspired me. I wanted to do some embroidery in the blank space anyway, but and just, you know, seeing other people's work, which is, you know, going to be different. The whole point of doing this is that we're all going to have different work. Go around there. Oop. Hold that down. Yep. Okay, now where's my... Here he is. Here's my little guy. And you're pushing through a few layers because I've got a layer of this, and then the back as well. Yes, well, we've had a few dramas in my circles. My son had where he's living over on the other side of Melbourne, and we get a call last night, which I didn't hear. Yeah, that the house it's a rental. He's living with his girlfriend's parents' place, and the dryer had caught fire, and they had a house fire and had to sort of flee, and now they're in a hotel, which is pretty scary stuff. Like, they're all okay, which thank goodness, but it's just awful because, you know, they've lost everything. So I'm not sure, I haven't heard them, like, it only happened, like, I'm filming today, which is Monday, and you'll see this on Tuesday. So it only happened last night, and I haven't had a chance to speak to them, but because it happened overnight, I thought I'm not going to call them until this evening, because they'll probably be exhausted and you know, be sleeping. They're in a hotel for a couple of days, so they've got a lot to organise in what they need to do, access the damage of how bad it was and what they can salvage. But you know, they don't think they've got many clothes or all that kind of stuff. Just as well, I've got, you know, all of his photos and all that when he was little, I've got here, thank goodness for that. But he's into computing, and as part of his job as well, and I'd say that would have gone down. Catches fire, just does terrible damage. You don't get much left in a fire. So I'm like, so I don't really know the extent of everything so far, but I'm just really glad that they're okay. So, which is the main thing, which is what you're first worried about, but then after a while reality kicks in and you've lost all your worldly possessions, which is, some things are replaceable, some things are not. So yeah, I hope that they can salvage some stuff, and that wasn't the whole house. Yeah, but it's just, in the meantime, they're homeless and in a hotel. So yeah, I'll just have to find out more information, but it's not very nice news to wake up to when that happens to one of your kids, and, you know, their family. So yeah, just glad that everybody got out okay. So yeah, it can happen. It started with the dryer, so you know, must have overheated, or, you know, might be lint in the filter. I have no idea how that happens. Could have sparked, but that's how it happened. Yes, not good. But yeah, you sort of don't know what to say with that sort of situation. And because I'm so far away, I live at least 2 and a bit hours, and they tried to call us. I mean, even if they would have gotten hold of us last night, there wouldn't have been anything we could do. You know, he's there with her family, so that's not so bad. But I thought I know that they'll probably be resting now. There's no point me ringing or going up there because they'll be sleeping. So I'll find out a little bit more tonight, and see what's happening. Yeah, it sort of upheaves your whole life, doesn't it? And things like that happen, and it does happen. But yeah, happens, but you think it happens to other people, not you. So yes, that's my dramatic story to tell today. But yeah, not always a good one. But I'm always looking at the brighter side of things, and you know, when it comes to this, it makes you reflect on life, that what's important, and what's important is that nobody was hurt, which is good, what you want, because that would have been devastating. So okay. Now I think we're back to the start. Very colourful, this little piece. But what I like about this sort of piece is that you can use your leftovers. I might just go across in the middle so it's being held down, and maybe across that way as well, so it's not flapping around everywhere. Oh, I'm just getting caught by pins. Okay, and then one here, and then I'm going to go over this way, go underneath, go up here. There we go, and grab hold of that, sort of a bit like a crisscross. Oh, feeling rather warm today. I think when I've got that window open, it does let a lot of sun in, and then I had the heater on, but it quickly gets warm, so I've got it off at the moment. Okay, that looks lovely. This is how you can get pieces on and make it look really good, hiding those sharp edges very quickly. You know, you get your rickrack and your lace and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, because this is just going to go into a journal, and this is just a sample of the stitches, and it's not a massive piece, you know, sort of chucking a bit of everything in there. Okay, do this last bit. I will do a little bit of everything. Okay, so what I might do is find a nice thread. Whew. It's really hot. I've turned off the heater, but I'm really hot. Just grab myself some drink. But I'm a bit wary of the coffee that I spilt the other day, and you know, got everything in, so I'm sort of a bit wary of having a drink in here now. I think it may be the one I'm looking for might be in the greens. I was thinking that perfect match. Either do I want it not to be seen or to be seen, so I was thinking, oh, I might do that and do my usual how I do it. And I was thinking some stashes, bits and pieces, which I haven't put away. Okay, now got some green here, but I'm thinking I like this green. Maybe I do a bluey green because it's probably going to match that better. So grab those. That's in the walls. Okay, so okay, need a fairly long piece to go along there. Love that colour. Pretty. Okay, I was thinking of doing something to hold this down, but I was thinking maybe I can do some pistol stitches or like a little garden above there. That might be nice. Think outside the box. Okay. Now what I usually do when I stitch these down, I'm going to hold that down on the actual piece, I think, and then come in just to hold that piece down, and it's going to be hidden underneath, but you need to hold it down so it doesn't go anywhere. So what I usually do is I will come over across like that and then go underneath. I mean, it's a big enough one. I could probably go in the middle, but we'll see. And go across this way. And then down that way and across this way. I'm thinking I'm going to do something like maybe a little pistol stitch, holding it down either way as well, to be honest, because it's quite a big piece of rickrack. This is just initially holding it down. Okay, but it is crazy patchwork after all, and we do want to do something a little bit nicer on it. So we are going to come back with something else. Okay. There. Okay, then go down here, and I was thinking maybe we can do a little bit of a pistol stitch going across. Just to make it a little bit more creative. Okay, go across here. That will hold that down. I know I'm not going to have enough to do the whole lot, but it'll be something. Only a little pistol stitch. Okay, go across. I think I might have enough to do one more. So it's just a straight stitch with a you know, a little thing over the top. Thought one more, but I reckon I could probably do another one. There we go. And then we'll finish off and get some more. Nice quick way you can make your piece look rather lovely. Okay, see what you've done on the other side. Okay, there we go. Now, here I'm thinking I had too much, but didn't have enough. There we go. So, oh, that cracking-y sound, it's because this table was against the wall, and because, you know, it's not always even in this room. You get this cracky sound of the desk. So that's what you're hearing every now and again. Yeah, that. Okay, now we're going to go up here and then do I do a colonial knot, which is, I just prefer that knot. How I do it, comes off a little bigger. And then go here. I think it's cute. Go above where you need to get to. I don't mind the old pistol stitch. They work great when they're not too big, like as in the stitch that you go over. I could probably zoom it in so you can actually see a little bit better. There we go. So come in and we go just a little bit over. Then I've got to do back stitch on that, the word crazy patchwork. I mean, this is only a very simple embellishment. You could probably go to town and do, you know, quite the piece of doing stuff everywhere. So I'm going to hop over on this side. Pulls that down. Oop. That looks cute. I like it. And in between now and next week, I'll come up with a design. I reckon I'm going to put like a little garden bed of stuff there, and then some sort of design, and then the rest I'll probably just do like feather stitch or all that kind of stuff. But I'll come over up there. See, I like this colour on the pink. It's really pretty. And I'm glad I'm using this tiny bit of ribbon, I mean the lace. It's just perfect, because I got that in Paris, in a store that had all like a little thing with tiny little bits and pieces. So it's a bit of a treasured piece, but it's just made for it, like perfect. Okay. Okay. Shouldn't be too long. So the aim of the crazy patchwork is to you know, do bits and pieces like this, but also, you know, you need, every one of those things needs to have some sort of stitch. I mean, they don't have to, no written rules, you can do what you like, but that's the general consensus of what you do in the crazy patchwork world. I don't want to cover that embroidery that's already in the middle. So it's gotten done pretty quick, really. I like rickrack. I mean, there's, you know, you've got the big rickrack here, but you've also got, look at this tiny little rickrack. I think that might work really well there, and that will probably just be stitched down. I don't think I'll do any of this sort of stuff either side of it, so that will just be there to cover the straightness of the seam. Two more. Really do love this colour. I think this might be the colour I used on the front cover too. And I got these two pieces I got in one of those beautiful stores on my Paris tour. So a few more bits and pieces. It's always nice to use your treasures. Okay. Don't need to be reserved just for your one piece that you've got. We're doing with the journal of stitchery. Okay. Oh, I like. Only thing is you do use a bit of thread, but you don't see it, it's at the back. Okay, done that. Okay, now I'm just wondering what colour I want to stitch that in. I've got this fabric too, and then I've got, look at this, these sort of cutie little things. That might look nice there. That was just sitting there on my table. I might get a bead or a button and stick that down there, even though you guys probably can't see it too well. It's a real sort of soft pink. And there's that stitched. I like. So we got how long? Oh, 43 minutes. Oh my goodness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably stitch with this. I'm going to do a stem stitch here and then maybe do some leaves, and then I'm going to do the crazy patchwork, I think, in, where is it? Quite like this colour, and I think it's I quite like the reddish there, and this pink, it matches, and I just did it in the red because I had the red friction pen, but I think that's going to work for that. So there you go. Well, I suppose I better go and you know, finish up here doing all these little bits and pieces, but that's the idea. And then I'm going to go through my book and find myself a nice little pattern of something I quite like. Where was it? What they've got in there. Find one of them. Yeah, some of these. I'll look anyway, and I'll show you next week, you know, something like that, and a few bits and pieces, and I'll pencil it in. Yeah, it'll look lovely. Okay guys, well thank you very much, and thanks for watching. At least you got to see me do a bit of stitching today. So I'm going to be quite like how the edge is not straight. I think that's cool. I'm going to maybe even put a pearl in there or something like to match that. Yeah, that'll look good. Okay guys, I'll zoom it out so you can actually see what I'm talking about, and I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy doing all the pretties on your piece. Bye.